Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel Learn to Earn. In my previous video we discussed schedule line category and understood how to create a schedule line category and the different controls available in it. Okay. In today's video we are going to one step further. We will understand how the schedule line category is determined automatically in the sales document. For this we are going to use the SAP transaction code as a VOV5, that is schedule line category determination. First I will explain the concept and then I will show you the complete configuration directly in the SAP screen so that you can understand how the system determines the schedule and category in real sales order. Okay, so let's get started. Before going to SAP, let's understand the basic logic. When we create a sales order and enter the material, SAP needs to determine a schedule and category for that item. Okay, so the schedule line category controls important things related to delivery and availability, such as whether the item is relevant for delivery, whether requirements are transferred, whether availability check is performed, etc. etc. So we discussed these controls in detail in my previous video on VOV6. But the question is, how does SAP decide which schedule and category should be assigned to which sales order item? Okay, this is where VOV5 comes into the picture. Okay, so let's understand this practically. Now let's go to the SAP system and in command field enter the T code VOV5. T code is VOV5. Press enter. Okay, this will open the configuration screen that is assigned schedule and category. We can call it as schedule line category determination as well. Okay, here we can see the existing entries are maintained in the system. Okay, so as you can see my screen, we have different columns. Okay, so first is item category, then MRP type. Okay, item category, MRP type, then schedule and category, manual schedule and category. Okay, so let's understand each of the field one by one. Okay, first is item category. Okay, so I will open one standard item category tan, for example. Okay, so this tells SAP for which sales item category the schedule and category determination should be applicable. Okay, for example, we can. So, for example, if I maintain tan here, this means that this determination will be considered when sales order item has item category tan. Okay, so the first input determination is item category. Next, if you check here, next column is a MRP type. Okay, here MRP type is ND. Okay, so MRP stands for Material Requirement Planning. So the MRP type is maintained in the Material Master and it tells SAP how the material is planned. For example, in my system you can see entries such as ND, PD, P1, P2, etc. Okay. So when the sales order is created, SAP looks at the MRP type of the material. For example, if the item category is tan, and MRP type is ND. SAP look for the corresponding entry in VOV5. So the system checks item category first tan and then MRP type ND. Okay, and based on this combination, it determines the schedule line category. Okay, now we come to the most important field, schedule line category. So this is schedule line category that SAP will determine in the sales order when the corresponding item category and MRP type combination is found. Okay, for example, suppose we have following configuration tan, ND, okay, and CP. Then whenever a sales order item has item category tan, material has MRP type PD, then SAP determines the schedule line category as a CP. So the basic logic is tan plus ND is equal to CP. So this is the main purpose of VOV5. How now let's see how we can maintain a new entry. Okay, here instead of selecting the existing entries, I will directly click on new entries. Now here Here we can see SAP provides a blank lines where we can maintain the required value. Okay, now suppose I want to maintain a determination for particular line item and MRP type. So I will enter required item category. So here I will maintain 10, then MRP type as PD. Okay, if you click here you will get list of the MRP types. Okay, here I will maintain forecast consumption. Okay, and then I will maintain schedule line category as a CP, and then just you need to save the configuration. I will not save any configuration at this moment. Okay, now see, another easier option is to copy an existing entry. Suppose there is an implementation project and you have to maintain n number of entries for time, like if there is merger demerger project at that time, what happens, sometimes some MRP types changed but item category remains same. So you can just select here, click on copy option. Here we can see copy as, click here and just change MRP type and then save the configuration. Okay, so but always make sure that the combination you are maintaining is actually required for a business purpose. Okay, next we have manual schedule and category. Okay, so this one is the additional column that you can see on the screen. So after schedule and category field you can see manual schedule and category. So these fields are used to define alternative schedule and category that can be selected manually in the sales document when required. So there is difference between automatically determined schedule and category and manual selected alternative. Okay, for example, the system may have automatically. Okay, I will open 10. Hmm. Okay, so here we can see CP. So if alternative schedule and category are maintained in this manual field, the user may have option to select alternative schedule and category manually depending on the configuration and sales document behavior. So when you are looking on VOV5, don't confuse, okay, this field with the main determination field. So the main automatic determination is simple item category plus MRP type plus schedule line category. So whenever you are creating the sales order, this CP will determine. But if I have maintained manual schedule line category, as suppose here CN is maintained, so what will happen? CP will determine automatically, but you can change manually with CN. Okay, if I have maintained CN here. Okay, suppose I try to change the item category manually with CS, it will not work because here I have not mentioned any manual schedule line category. Suppose here we can see one more important point. Here we can see MRP type is blank. Okay, so what does that mean? So a blank MRP type acts as a more general entry for the item category. For example, if we maintain the item category 10 and MRP blank and schedule and category CP, then this can be used when there isn't more specific MRP type based entry applicable. So while maintaining VOV5, we need to understand whether we want a specific determination based on MRP type or more general determination. Okay. So suppose if I haven't maintained anything here and in material master also MRP type is blank, then system will automatically calculate schedule and category as a CP. Okay, so now let's understand the complete flow. Suppose I create a sales order. Okay, now I will show you practically only. We'll go to VA01, maintain required details, test, and material. Okay, here I will maintain order quantity as 1. So here tan is determined. Okay, how tan is determined? I have already informed in my previous video, item category determination. Okay, if you have confusion, then check it out that video. Okay, double click here. If you go to schedule line category, you can see CP item category is determined. Okay, now here we can see first is item category. System check the item category. Then what system will check? MRP type. So MRP type is nothing but the if you go to material master MM03, then you need to select the view MRP1. Continue. Just maintain plant. Continue. Here you can see MRP type is maintained as ND. Okay. So if you go to schedule and determination for 10 item category for MRP type ND, schedule line should be CP. Now if you go to our sales order, here you can see CP is there. Okay. Now, SAP goes to schedule and category determination logic. It checks VOV5. It searches for the combination. Now, 10 plus ND, if it finds the matching entry, so it will determine the scheduling category as a CP. So this is complete flow. Okay, material entered, item category determined, MRP type determined from material, then SAP checks VOV5, so item category plus MRP type, then schedule and determine. So this is a complete determination logic. Okay, now what happens if SAP cannot determine a schedule and category? Okay, so if the required combination is not maintained correctly in VOV5, the system may not determine the expected schedule and category. Okay, so this can lead the issues while creating or processing the sales order item. So if you ever face a situation where the schedule and category is not getting determined as expected, VOV5 is one of the important places that you should check. Okay, you should verify first what is item category, second what is MRP type of the material, third corresponding combination maintained in VOV5, and finally what schedule and category is assigned to that combination. Okay, let's say I'm expecting the schedule line category as a CP, but the system is determining something different. Okay, I should not immediately change the schedule line category manually. Okay, first I should check the combination. I will check first item category, what item category is determined, then I will check MRP type of the material, then according to that I will check VOV5 and search the combination. Okay, if the combination is missing or another configuration is taking, um, then I need to investigate the determination accordingly. Okay, so this is a very useful approach when you're troubleshooting the sales order issue. Okay, once we have maintained all required entries, we can save the configuration. So as always, make sure you are making changes in directly. Okay, make sure you are making changes in the correct SAP system following your project transport and configuration process. Okay, don't make changes directly in the production system. Even we don't have authorization, we need to first configure in development system only. Okay, so let's quickly recap what we learned today's video. So VOV5, so which is used for schedule and category determination. So the main determination logic is item category plus MRP type is equal to schedule and category. For example, 10 plus ND is equal to CP. So the item category comes from the sales document item determination. MRP type comes from the material planning data. So SAP checks the combination in VOV5. If matching entry is found, SAP determines the corresponding schedule and category. And after the schedule line is determined, the controls maintained for item category in VOV6 control its behavior. Means here CP is determined. Then what system will go to VOV6? CP. Then see here, whatever controls we have maintained here, system will act like this only. Okay, so remember this different. VOV5 tells SAP which schedule category determine in sales order. VOV6 tells that SAP what that schedule line category does. Okay, so that's all about schedule line category determination using VOV5. So in this video we understood the VOV5 configuration, the meaning of the important fields, how to create and copy an entry, how the item category and MRP type are used for this determination, and how VOV5 is connected with VOV6. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, please like the video, subscribe to learn on, and share it with anyone who is learning SAP SD. And if you have any question related to schedule line category, VOV5 or VOV6, feel free to mention them in the comment. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching my video. Stay tuned.